Alright, folks. Today, we're gonna watch a weird video. This is a video, supposedly true, let's be honest. We don't know if it is, called I Am the Only Man in Town. Now, I'm just gonna tell you this right now. The top comment says, use me as a WTF button. It's a top comment. I don't know what we're getting into. I have no idea what to expect. But, caught my attention, so let's watch.
I was the only boy born into a girl's village after 20 years. When you're the first boy to be born into a village chock-block full of girls after 20 years, let me tell you, that's some burden to bear.
I don't have any comment to make yet. It just seems fake. I'm just going to start off with
All you guys out there are probably thinking it must be like winning the lottery.
No.
Girls flocking to your feet everywhere.
No.
Yeah, it kind of was like that at first, but then things just got weird. Okay, so I live in a small village in East Europe, and the women...
A small village in East Europe. So let's see, like United Kingdom, like there's villages in the United Kingdom that have been untouched by society that only drop females, and there's no males. Like, this would have made sense 60,000 years ago, maybe. But you can't make this a modern story, and let's go on.
Have been giving birth to only girls for the past 20 years.
What if
We
this
aren't
is
really
real?
sure why, but my village believes that they got cursed from a witch that they kicked out a long time ago.
Okay.
But if you ask me, I think God is the one punishing us for kicking her out. On top of all that,
I like how they say it's a punishment. Like, if it was this town of all guys, it'd be like, God's rewarding us. But they're like, it's all girls. They're like, we're being punished. It's the most sexist thing.
people in my village are not allowed to marry people from the outside.
What?
So, the moment my parents realized
How do
I
you
was
have
a
kids?
boy, they quickly wrapped
Ooh.
me up in a blanket and kept my gender a secret. They told everyone I was
How we got a dad in here? How's her dad?
girl, and that my name was Jackie, when in actual fact, I was a boy, and
Okay,
my name was
that's weird.
Jared.
All right.
A little bit weird, right?
Yeah.
But my parents had no other option. They knew that people would freak out if they found out I was a boy.
Wait. What if you moved?
No one in our village had given birth to a boy in more than 20 years, and my parents didn't want me to get so much attention. They just wanted me to live a normal life.
I mean, let's just take a minute here. What we got? It says 98 girls. There are 98 girls, so that means there's at least, I don't know. Let's say each parent has. There's like 30 dads in this village at least, right? Like those. It's not like you're the only man that they've ever seen. Like there are dads that exist here. They're probably grandparents.
Except it wasn't normal.
Just
And
saying.
I only realized that now, thinking back. At the time, I was none the wiser. I happily played with dolls and wore frilly dresses and let everyone call me Jackie. I mean, I didn't even know I was called Jared. Well, that
Okay,
was
you didn't
until I
know?
was
That's
5
weird.
years old. I was playing in our backyard when a woman appeared on the other side of the wall.
Oh, that's so creepy.
She was dangling
What? Where are we going with this?
candy in front of my face.
I'm about to use that WTF button real quick. 1 second here.
And like a little puppy dog, I followed her. I kept looking back, expecting my parents to come running out to get me, but they were nowhere to be seen.
This took a twist. I'll tell you that. I did
The
not
woman
see us
asked me to
getting
get
to it.
into her car and
Okay.
told me that if I
We're
was a
doing
good
it.
boy,
We're going
she'd
down
give
that-
me
okay,
more
we're going down
candy.
that road.
I didn't even think twice. My parents never let me eat candy. But then, I realized she'd said good boy, and I turned to her and told her I was a girl. I'll never forget the way she threw her head back and let out a chuckle. She looked at me and said, "Sure, Pumpkin, and I'm the President of the United States." Oh, look.
We get into the weird part of YouTube, folks. We get into the weird part of YouTube right now. What we don't understand. What the heck is...
There's a flying pig. I fell for it and looked, and the next moment, she'd lifted up my
Oh
dress
my
and said,
go- no.
"See, you're a boy, you little freak."
No, what are we
I didn't
watching?
understand what she was talking
Oh,
about.
this is so weird.
And then she explained that I was a boy, and that my parents had been lying to me.
I don't like it.
Then she said the village mayor was offering a reward
I
to
don't
the
like this.
first woman to give birth to a son. And seeing as my parents were keeping
We're
me
not even 2 minutes
a
in.
secret, she'd hand me over
I'm
and collect the
sweating.
reward money herself. I was too young to fully understand, but I knew I was in serious trouble. I started screaming and thrashing my arms about, and this only made her drive faster. I have no idea why I did what I did next, but suddenly,
I mean, at least she's capturing the boy for like a wanted thing. Like she's a bounty hunter. Not like... It seemed different.
I jumped onto her knee. She couldn't see where she was going, and that's when
What? I jumped onto her knee. She couldn't see where he was going. She got eyeballs on her knees now, bro? What are we doing?
we crashed. We could have died, but I didn't care. At that moment,
There's still 8 minutes that's left. This has been the longest 2 minutes.
all I wanted was to get away from that horrible woman. And it was my lucky day, because all that happened was her car got a bit crushed, but I escaped without even a scratch. I started running back towards our village, and she was chasing me,
Oh,
but I
that's
was
creepy.
too fast for her. My parents suddenly drove by, and my mom burst into tears. Well, there was nothing that woman could do. She was well and truly caught now. Turns out she'd escaped from a nearby psychiatric clinic, and they came and picked her up promptly. My parents had no other choice. They had to tell the mayor and everyone else that I was actually a boy, and that my name was Jared.
Okay.
But I like being Jackie,
We're getting
I
back
told
to normal
them.
now.
That just made my mom cry more. And when she switched my dresses for shorts and t-shirts, I felt strange. I thought no one would want to be my friend anymore, but I couldn't have been more wrong. All of a sudden, every girl wanted to be my friend. I was the center of attention, and honestly, it was too much. I was just a kid. Suddenly, I had girls hanging off me, wanting to play with me all the time.
This is just an entire video to flex.
How come I was more popular as a boy than a girl? Anyway, the older I got, the more intense it became. When I turned 12, the village mayor started a new tradition. From now on, every year on my birthday, I'd sit on a throne for the whole day.
What? This is so weird.
All the women who wanted to
Can I
conceive
like a comment twice?
baby boys would come and bow at my feet, and one by one, they'd reach out and kiss my feet. It freaked me out so much. But the mayor told me he'd buy me a special gift if I did this one thing for the village.
Oh, here we go
One
again.
time, though, it was taken too far. One woman wouldn't stop kissing my toes, and suddenly, I felt a sharp pain shooting through my body.
Did you bite your
She'd
toe?
gotten so carried away, she'd actually bitten down. I was even bleeding. After that, I refused to do it the following year. It was just some stupid ritual that the village thought would bring them luck. And come on, it wasn't even working. I was
What?
still the only boy. When I turned 18, I decided the only way to handle all the attention was to just embrace it.
There you go.
There was one girl, Sammy, who was actually pretty cute.
She was a boy too. I
And
bet.
after she basically begged and stalked me for weeks, I agreed to be her boyfriend. Of course,
Wow, that seems like a really bad lesson for people watching. Like the girls are like, oh, so that's what it takes.
all the other girls were jealous, and I was worried I was about to start World War III. Looks like Sammy won. I actually felt like I was really falling for her. And one night, she invited me over to her house.
Uh-oh.
Her parents were out, so we started
Hey,
making
whoa,
out.
keep it ad
She
friendly.
was
Keep it ad
really
friendly.
hot. She reassured me they'd only be home much later. But suddenly we heard the door. I leapt behind the sofa half
We've all been there, dude. We've all been there.
dressed, and then things went horribly wrong. Well, how did it go? Did he put a baby in you yet?
What?
Come on, Sammy, we aren't paying you all this money so you can sit around. Give us a grandson already. I couldn't believe it. She'd been using me. I stood up and gave her parents the biggest fight. Then I turned to Sammy and said, "Screw you. I hope it's a girl you have." Then
I'm just trying to process that. Okay, I'm good. Let's go.
I grabbed my clothes and walked out. I never wanted to see her again. But then later, she fell off the stairs and had a miscarriage.
What?
To everyone's shock, Sammy was actually pregnant with a
I feel like I'm good at predicting twists. Like I feel like most people can see them coming, but these are like literally like coming so far out of left field. It's literally a different game. We're not even playing baseball anymore. This is like from baseball to swim. What the heck? Where'd that come from?
baby boy. After that, the whole village knew about it and made them go even crazier. Women lined up outside my house for the whole day. Some even tried to enter my home. Everyone wanted my number and my social media contact. They even put security to watch
Me
me.
too, bro. Me too. Just kidding.
But then I was like, screw it. After the way Sammy used me, I decided to get revenge by dating as many girls as possible. Girls were basically falling at my feet, while guys around the world were doing the impossible to get girls' attention.
My man.
So I dated a whole bunch of them at the
Okay.
same time.
All right.
And they did everything for me. They got me food, gave me massages, and I got all kinds of gifts daily.
I see no problem
we
with
all
that.
know how
Okay.
much fun a guy like me can have with girls. They were just so hot and amazing. And the best part,
There goes my
I
ad
didn't
revenue
have to
walking
work
right
for
off
it.
the screen.
But there was so much expectation. They all wanted sons. I wasn't ready to be a father. Babies were so not my thing. I tried to talk to my mom about it.
That was one of his
Suddenly,
girlfriends.
She started
I was like, oh, right. Going for the grandmas now.
crying. I told her I wasn't interested in hearing about how much she wanted a grandson again. But then she took me by
You're 18,
surprise. She told me she was sick, and that she didn't have much time left, and that she only wanted me to be happy. I felt so guilty. Was I being selfish?
Yeah,
Why
no.
couldn't I just give my mom what she truly
No,
wanted,
no,
which
no.
was clearly a grandson?
No.
After our conversation,
You
I
gotta
asked
move out of
Amy,
this town,
who lived
bro.
next door to us, if she wanted to be my girlfriend. I made her swear to keep it secret so that the other girls didn't get jealous. I felt like time was against us. Mom kept getting more sick, and Amy and I were having no luck getting pregnant. Then I thought, what
Is
if
he
I
still
had
18?
another girlfriend too? I don't know if it was the thought of losing my mom and not giving her what she wanted, or if I was actually going insane or something.
What?
But I asked Leanne, who lived at the end of the village, if
Oh,
she'd like to
Leanne's
be
cute. I like that outfit, Leanne. You're cute.
my girlfriend too. And obviously she said yes. Please don't judge me for two-timing. I just felt desperate. And then hit the fan. Clearly the universe wasn't playing with me. On the same day, they both called me and told me they were pregnant. Amy was a strict Catholic and said her parents would kill her if we didn't get married. So I married her at home and we had a quiet little ceremony.
This dude's life.
But then Leanne told her dad she was pregnant and he threatened to beat my ass if I didn't marry his daughter.
Oh, man.
I knew I didn't have a choice, but was it even legal? 2 wives? But no one would need to know. This all happened
Are these girls and guys 18?
in the same week.
I still don't know how old they are.
Suddenly I had 2 wives and 2 babies on the way. Leanne's dad gave me a job on his farm, so I spent the daytime with Leanne. Then every night I'd go home and stay with Amy.
Can you imagine? He may be pitchforking your hay, but he's still sleeping with me.
Can you believe
That's
I
a
didn't
weird
get
sentence.
caught? My parents knew about Amy, but I just prayed they didn't find out about Leanne. Listen, I wasn't happy about it. In fact, I didn't feel
Why are they
anything for
ghosts?
these girls, and I was sure it would get out at some point. And it did, because both of them gave birth to boys. I was there for Amy's and had to rush over to Leanne's to make her birth too. And the mayor held another stupid ceremony. Well, there was no way I could go. Everyone would find out. I packed a small bag and gave my mom a kiss goodbye.
Are you finally
and Then
leaving?
I took my dad's old bicycle and cycled out of the village as far as I could. I rented a small room at
It took you this long to decide to leave the village. You had to marry 2 girls, have 2 baby boys, and then move out. That was what did it for you.
cheap motel. But
It
then
wasn't the people licking your feet each year. I didn't do it. Had to have 2 kids.
and every social media platform reported me missing. The whole village was looking for me. I tried to disguise myself as someone else, and I started working at a grocery store nearby. A long time passed and no one found me. I started having male friends my age, which was pretty cool. But to be completely honest, I also missed my family. I was scared of what they'd do if I went
What
back
about the 2 babies that don't have a dad
to
now?
see them,
Piece of
so I
crap.
never did. Until one day, after a whole year passed, I heard a knock on the door. It was the motel manager standing there with my 2 wives, and he said, "These women are looking for you." I wanted to run, but I saw that they were holding 2 adorable baby boys. My 2 wives told me, "We want you back. We don't care that you're married to both of us, but if it's too much for you, you can choose one." I hated how my life was like before, but after seeing my 2 boys, I couldn't stay here. My village needed me to have more children. Both of my wives were pretty cool, so I decided to stay married to them both. And eventually, I got a 3rd wife after a few years. And today, I became the proud father of 10 boys.
Wow! They packed a lot in the last 10 seconds there. Dang. That's it. That's how it ends. Wow. Does anyone else feel weird after watching that? Is this just me? Maybe just me? I feel a little uncomfortable. I feel like I need to go take a bath or something, or take a shower, really clean out my ears, get like a Q-tip and just dig all that out. I feel really dirty right now. Ugh. Look your screen. I'll see you all in a few days. Peace.